Today I'm testing this lens, 30mm F3.5 macro. But first I need to pack my gear. Take one body, take a second body, and the microphone is already there. I got a couple of memory cards, a spare battery, and then of course the 30mm F3.5 lens. This lens is not mine. I borrowed it from Olympus Finland, and Olympus Finland is not endorsing this video at all. They're not paying for me to do this video. I only do videos about stuff that I think might be useful for you. And if you have found these videos useful, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell so you get notified when there is a new video online. I post videos every Tuesday and every Friday. And my channel is all about you getting to be a better photographer. But let's go. But before I go, I need to put on my beanie, because it's winter time and it's getting to be real cold. There is some snow out there, but see you in a second. The focal length of this lens is 30mm, and it's quite close to the normal lens, which is 25 on a micro four thirds. And I've had this lens on my trips, and like 2 years ago I made a epic trip to Scotland and went through the North Coast 500 as a road trip with my wife, and I had this on me and I took a lot of pictures with it, and it was actually quite good on landscapes also. But now let's see those pictures, because I need to get some movement. It's quite cold here, but check out the pictures. The weight of this lens is only 128 grams, and it's only 60mm long, and the diameter is only 55mm, so it's very light and small. This lens has 7 lens elements in 6 groups. This lens belongs to the M.Zuiko premium line, but the bad thing about this lens and the downside is that it's not weather sealed, and when you buy it, it doesn't come with the lens hood. And as always said, in every time I review a lens, I think lens hood should be included because it's needed on a lens. And then the aperture, the fastest aperture is f3.5, so it's not very fast. So in low light conditions this might not be the best solution. As you know, Olympus cameras have quite great image stabilizer, so even if the lens isn't that fast, you might still get good results. But of course, then you have a longer shutter speeds, and your subject has to be quite still. If moving subject, of course, with the long exposure will be blurred, but remember, you have a very good image stabilizer, so the slower lens might not be a problem anyways. And what about the image quality? Because that's always important when you have a lens. Considering the price of this lens, it's only 300 euros, and it can be found in 200 in sales, like it has been in recently, at the time when this video was made. When you consider the price, I think this lens gives you very, very good results. It doesn't have very bad vignetting, but I would stop it down if you want to have the top quality images. I would stop it down maybe a notch. It's getting a bit cold here. As you can see, it's pretty grey weather, and we got a little snow, and it's by the sea. So I'm going inside and do some macro photography. In the meanwhile, well, I drive back home. You could watch some images that I took in the park, but we'll see you in a minute. Yes, it was cold. Now I will have some coffee from my new dragon mug, which is pretty cool. Let's put it on the side so we won't mess up with the with the gear. I hope you enjoyed the images that I took in Kaivopuisto Park. As you can see on this one, this is straight out of camera, this image, and as you can see it's quite sharp and not too much vignetting in the side, and the exposure was 1/8 of a second and aperture was the f4.5 ISO 200. As you can see, it's quite sharp and nice and really crisp image, and the only thing that I did was that I corrected the white balance so it looks natural colors. Otherwise it's totally out of the camera as a raw image, showing here on Lightroom. It's a very good way of starting and very inexpensive way of starting macro photography. The closest focusing distance is only a little less than 1 centimeter, so you can get really close. And what's great about it, it has the same filter size as the 60mm f2.8 macro, so you can use the STF8 macro flash on it, which is really good. You don't need any ring adapters to mount it on the camera. And I will in January I will make a total tutorial on this STF8 flash. It's been requested, so in January I promise I will make a tutorial on how to use this STF8 macro flash. I have a dried rose in front of my camera, and I will make a macro image of it using the STF8 flash and a 30mm f3.5 macro. And at this time I have the EM1 Mark II as my camera here. I've set the STF8 to be in the minimum power, and both of these flashes will flash exactly the same amount. And let's see how this image works. Okay, let's focus and let's see. This is the regular image without stacking. And we can let's check it out now. We could use the stacking, and let's go bracketing. You have it here on. And if this focus bracketing is not familiar to you, I made a video about it, and you can watch it from here. It will pop up on the screen. So if this is new, then please watch that. Focus stacking is on. Now we have to set the charge time. Let's set it to 2 seconds, so the flash will have time to charge. And now we're all set. Now it's stacking the image. And here we have the image. It's sharp from edge to edge. So, and if you compare it with this image that was taken with one shot, you can see the difference. As you've probably seen, this 30mm f3.8 M.Zuiko premium lens is very versatile and very good lens, and considering the price is very low. So that is a very good lens if you need a normal lens and a macro lens, and then this might be a really good option for you. Hey, thanks for watching and bye for now.